You are now listening to the Blind and Ginger podcast.
What's up, bro?
Welcome back, people, to the BNG pod.
BNG pod. I'm B. Here's G.
The G is gay.
Would you believe me if I told you at some point last week I had 25 people chanting at me to say the N-word?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm surprised that hasn't happened to you more often, to be honest.
Never more than like 5 people.
Break it down for me.
I was at Sellers.
Which is a
We've referenced it that
comedy
many
gig.
times.
Yeah, true.
That many times.
But for new listeners, bro.
Yeah, the one we get every episode.
Any new listeners, yeah.
It's a comedy gig we do. I was emceeing the second half. Very prestigious spot.
Yes.
The second half MC.
Yeah, you might get glassed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I didn't, so it was a complete win.
You know.
Dane Simpson was there. He was a very renowned comic in Australia.
Yeah, I saw him there.
Yeah, good dude. He told me he just likes going to open mics. He just likes watching shit guns.
Yeah, because I saw him there, and then I was talking to someone else the next day, and they said he didn't get up.
No, he didn't get up.
So we were just like, oh, I guess he was just hanging out.
I was pleading with him to get up. I was like, dude, you got to save this. This is a trainer.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm all right, bro.
He's just chilling.
Yeah, just chilling.
Oh, good on him, bro.
We need to swear less because we keep getting age restricted on YouTube. I know you've stopped swearing.
Yes.
So I know what else it could be, but we keep getting age restricted.
Process of elimination may need to be applied.
Anyway, so who knows why, but yeah. Anyways.
Do we get age restricted on every single one?
No, like 3 we've been age restricted on.
Recently, or?
Yeah. No, 3 out of like 8 got age restricted, and then like 17 and 18, I think.
Oh, you're saying the numbers of the... Okay.
Yeah.
Well, can you get age restricted for just stuff you talk about without swearing?
Probably.
Oh, okay.
I think it's a bot, though, that does it. So it's just detecting swear words.
It definitely would help, yeah, if, I stop swearing on top of the fact that I have actually stopped swearing.
Yeah. So you
So
need
I
to
really got to double down
on
the not swearing.
On not swearing, yeah, please. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah, you're welcome, bro. Yeah, effing.
And some open mic is on stage and goes like, oh, shit, it's Dane Cook. And everyone's like, yeah, obviously Dane Cook. Yeah. Everyone turns around like crazy. If you don't know, Dane Cook was like the biggest comic in the world in early 2000s?
Yeah, like 2004, 5. He I think he's one of the first, not one of the first comics, but he played Madison Square Garden when he was really young. And
he was the lead in Good Luck Chuck, which is a good rom-com. A very good rom-com.
I don't really know many of his movies, but yeah, he was
killing it.
And he was one of the first comedians to really embrace social media and become. I think he had like 2 or 3 million MySpace friends.
Really? Yeah.
He invented the. I can't remember what he called it, but it was like the new finger. Like, you know how you give the middle finger.
Was that thing him?
Yeah, that was him.
Really? I was doing that at school.
So just audio listeners, it's the middle finger and the ring finger stuck up. He made that a popular thing.
Yeah.
So yeah, he's actually pretty groundbreaking for people in our industry.
Yeah, he was top of the game for a bit.
Yeah.
And everyone looks and like Dane's like, what am I meant to do? And then obviously the comedian corrects himself because, oh no, Dane Simpson. Then it became like a nice running Dane Cook joke.
Oh, okay, nice.
Now mind you, Sellers is like pretty full. It's like 20 people, 25 people.
Yeah, I was on like second.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was full then?
Yeah, it was pretty full. Yeah, it was.
Well, they suck around. And Ash Filzame comes in directly from the lounge. He's one of the best comics in Melbourne. Maybe Australia. And he goes, hey, Negro, can I get a spot? And I'm like, yes, please. Yeah, please get up.
Please
this
get
is
up.
A disaster. There's been 8 bombs in a row. There's been 40 minutes of silence.
To like a good crowd.
Yeah. And he's like, when can I go? I'm like, go next. Go next. And he's like, all right.
Can you go up now? Just take the mic from the guy on the stage.
Just take the mic.
Just take the reins.
Just kill him. Just kill him. And then he did the Ash thing where he's like, how long a spot? And I go 4 minutes. He did that Ash thing. He was like, oh shit, man. It's like he won't ask to
Like
just
you
go
wanted
longer.
more time.
Yeah,
or-
he won't just ask. He'll do like, oh shit, and I'm like, how much did you want to do? He's like,
I got a story to tell about him
Yeah.
after. Yeah.
and I'm like, how much do you want to do? And he's like, oh, like 7. I'm like, yeah, do 7, please do 7,
yeah.
do 7, and then I end up letting him do like 9.
Yeah.
And he killed the whole time
Yeah.
by commenting on an Asian woman's appearance also being on the darker side as neighbor knees
Neighbor knees.
and knees.
I don't get
The
it.
N word.
Oh.
Knees.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh, that's funny.
It was
Yeah,
hilarious.
that's funny.
Everyone's dying laughing.
Yeah.
And then he just made it the punchline to every joke. And it got a massive pop every time. And then he starts calling Dane knees.
Yeah, right.
He gets off stage. I go up as MC, like, oh, I got something funny to say.
Yeah.
And I go up and I'm like, I preferred when we were calling him Dane Cook, personally. Not for any particular reason. And Ash just goes, say it. Say it. And then everyone starts chanting, say it.
Oh, wow.
I'm like, what?
That's a pressure cooker.
Like, because as a human in society, I can't say it. As a comedian, I can't not
You
say
should
it.
have just hit him with Wakanda Forever.
That would have been good. And I'm like, well, my last name's Negro, so Dane Nigranese. And then the whole room goes quiet. Dane and his wife cack themselves laughing.
Yeah, yeah.
And then Ash backs me up to the crowd. He's like, no, it is. That was good. That was really good. And then I'm like, I'm off stage and I'm like, fuck, was that, did I like, I toed the line a bit there too, yeah.
Yeah.
And then Dane gets up and like, just taps on the shoulder and goes, that was good.
Nice.
I was like, oh, fuck yeah, sick.
That's great.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
what's your Ash story?
So, I don't know if Ash wants people to know this, but he's a Christian as well.
Oh, is he?
Ash is a Christian.
Yeah.
He might get cut of me for saying that, but so be it. So be it. If you're a Christian, you should be telling people you're a Christian anyways.
Yeah, you should make it the point of every conversation.
You should like actually, if you actually believe that there's a heaven and a hell, you should be telling people how to get there. That's what I think.
Okay.
Anyway, so we're talking about Christian music, right? And my Christian music taste is like a lot of like black gospel music.
Yeah, we were just listening to it.
No, that wasn't even it.
Oh, really?
No,
Okay.
like some Christian rap, but mostly like black gospel music.
Yep. Blacks love God, man. Black people
Oh,
love
they
God.
do, bro. They do. Anyway, so we're talking about that, and I'm like, message him on Instagram and stuff. I'm like, yeah, let's send each other our playlists.
Oh, yeah.
So I sent him mine, and he's like, oh, there's a lot of Negroes on here. I'm like, yeah, dude, I like the music. And he sends me his, dude. Bro, he listens to like Andre Rieu if he was like a Christian artist. It's like a cappella, like white dude Christian music, bro.
I would not expect that from him at all. I
know.
would not expect. This guy, for the listeners, this guy is so black.
Yeah,
He's so black.
like African American black too.
Yeah.
Not just like
And we don't mean in skin color, we mean in culture.
yes, and
Yeah.
the way he talks and everything is like super black. So he's listening to like
He's from Chicago, right?
get on board quickly, cause this ship is going far. Like a cappella, and then the people in the back, doom da da da, do like no instruments.
This
like
is-
everyone's singing the
Wait,
song.
let me stop you. This is a man, I'm pretty sure, from Chicago, who has had arguments face to face with Patrice O'Neill.
So he's like, and he's telling me he listens to this in the gym, like this music. So do you know who Ronnie Coleman is?
Yeah.
So what I did, I got a clip of the music that he listens to and laid it over the top of Ronnie Coleman working out. I was like, this is you in the gym, bro.
That's caught me so off guard. That's caught me so off guard,
He'll
bro.
probably get cut that I'm talking about it, but
I don't think you'll ever see this, but
I just think it's so funny, dude. Like our music tastes are like swapped.
yeah, that's crazy. Dude, when I
So
did
funny.
when I did the lounge, when Comedy Untamed was at the lounge,
Yeah.
Neil Kahaka's gig, I did it. It was me, Ash, and then Daniel and Max and Neil.
Yeah.
And I was meant to headline it.
Okay.
And Neil's like, "Can you do 20?" And I was like, "Yes."
And you're like 6 months in?
Less. I was like, I've done like, it was my 49th gig.
Okay, yeah.
And Ash had got on as a lounge recommendation the week before.
Right.
Obviously murders.
Yeah.
They go, "We'll get Ash again."
Yeah.
So Neil comes up to me on the day. It was meant to be like Neil would MC, then Max, then Daniel, then Ash, then me. And I was like, fuck, I got to follow Ash. This is
Yeah,
gonna
wow.
suck.
Yeah,
and
wow.
then the whole week leading up to it, Ash is telling me I can't follow him. He's like, if you follow me, you're fucked. Like, just doing that.
Yeah.
And then Neil comes up to me and he's like, "Hey, is it alright if Ash headlines?" I'm like, "Yes." It's like the best idea.
Oh, man, yeah, if you're suggesting
Yeah.
that. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, it would make the show way better. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. I mean, I got a really tight 20 that I'm going to
Yeah.
show off.
For a tight 20, I've done 5 of it 10 times. And I've never done the rest.
Tight 20 with 10 minutes of material. Half of which I like.
Also, never even done crowd work before, so can't even fill the time with crowd work. Like, but Neil goes to Ash, because Ash did the show the week before.
Yeah.
And he goes, "Look, if you're going to headline, you can't do any of the material you did last week."
Right, okay.
And Ash is a pro. He's like, "Sure, no worries." And then Ash comes up to me. He's like, "Are you going before me now?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And he goes, "All right, cool." Goes out, does 15 minutes of just shitting on me and the name Negro. Has 15 minutes of that and murdered. Like, I thought I did pretty well.
Yeah.
Like, I went to the crowd. All our friends are there. Like, "Oh my god, you did so well!" And then
Yeah.
boom, Ash just comes, levels the place.
Yeah, he's a veteran, bro.
Dude, he's amazing.
He's
so
a
good.
a cappella Christian listening veteran.
He said on Friday was hysterical. So
It
good.
would have been dead.
Yeah, he's the best.
That's funny as. Dude, I've been watching heaps of Alex Jones this week, dude.
Yeah, I noticed.
Oh, so funny, dude. He was calling. He was on Patrick. Do you know Patrick Bet David?
Yeah.
He was on Patrick Bet David's podcast, and he was calling Michelle Obama Big Mike.
Is that because Barack called her Michael once?
Yeah.
You've seen the theory that she's a man, right?
Yeah. And then they're talking about who's going to run for the Democrats. Like,
Yeah.
if Biden doesn't, something happens to him or whatever.
Dude, he'll be 80. If he runs, he'll be 86 when he leaves office.
No chance, dude.
No,
I don't
yeah,
think
no
there's
way.
any chance. But they're saying they might have this guy Gavin Newsom. You heard of him?
It rings a bell.
Alex Jones is like, he called him like American Psycho. He legit looks like American Psycho.
Really?
Like 20 years later. He full on does. Yeah.
Can I pull him up? Jamie, pull that up.
Gavin Newsom. I'm not kidding. He looks like Christian Bale if he just stayed in character for another 20, 25
Oh
years.
my
He
god,
full does.
dude. Holy
Yeah, he looks exactly like him. Look him up, audio listeners. Gavin Newsom.
That's insane.
Um,
Dude, those teeth.
Yeah.
It's a psycho teeth.
Yeah, he looks full psycho.
There's nothing behind those
And
eyes.
him talking, he's a very slick talker as well.
Oh, look at that one. That's
Yeah.
an insane person.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So they like, Gavin Newsom might run with Michelle Obama. They don't know like if who will be president or vice president.
How is Michelle suited to run? That's what I don't get. Was
I
she
don't
ever
know,
in politics?
But, Alex Jones just goes, yeah, they're both incredible men. Well, I don't know, women love her. You know what I mean? She's like,
Every woman will vote for her.
dude, she's like an Oprah. She's like Oprah, but people actually think she could be a politician.
Yeah.
That makes sense?
I can't think of her without thinking of the Bill Burr bit. It's tainted my view of her.
Yeah, that's such a good bit.
If you called a plumber to come fix your sink and his wife walked in telling you what to do, you tell her to shut the fuck up. You're not a plumber.
Yeah.
And then, when she wrote the book, what does her book say? Step 1, how to know if a dick tastes presidential. Dude, actually, sorry to cut you off.
Yeah.
I watched a bit of his recent stand-up. He was just kind of
Bill
riffing.
Burr?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah?
He was just kind of riffing on someone else's, show. Still got it, dude.
Oh, 100%.
Still got it.
100. He'll have it till the day he dies.
Yeah. And then I watched a video of him as well when he was 6 years in.
Yeah.
Terrible.
Which one was that?
It's the one where he's like talking in emojis, like every punchline's an emoji, and he's like,
Yeah.
It's not good.
There's one clip of him maybe like 4 years in, and he's talking about the food channel, and he's like, the food channel must be like pornography for people in Africa.
That's funny.
And then he's like, you're watching it with your buddy, and he grabs the mic stand. And Dennis Leary's on the side of the stage, like can't believe it. But yeah, bro, dude, Alex Jones. I'd never actually watched a full Alex Jones broadcast, dude. They're entertaining. It's so entertaining. Have you ever watched it?
I watched him on Rogan.
Dude, no, you have to watch InfoWars.
Okay.
Just watch one episode. It's like an hour and a half. Because he's been doing it for 25, 30 years. The production quality is like incredible.
It's just an idiot.
No, he's a smart guy, bro. He's a very smart guy.
When I've seen him on Rogan, maybe because he's playing up his Alex Jones character, he just comes across so dumb.
Yeah, and also because when he does his actual broadcast, he's got the stuff that he's talking about in front of him. Like he's got the articles and stuff.
Oh, okay.
Because when he's just talking and he's like, and if you don't know, if you don't believe what he's talking about, like in some aspect, or kind of agree with him, because I used to not really know what he was talking about. I was like, I didn't think he was crazy, but I just didn't know what he was talking about, so I couldn't really like understand.
Yeah.
And then also, because he's talking about like stuff is like what is he talking about? Like when he was talking about Pizzagate in 2016 on Rogan.
He was onto that early.
Yeah,
He was onto that
he was
early.
talking about. I'm like, people are like, why is this guy talking about a satanic pedophile ring in politics and in Hollywood? Like, what are you talking about? And now it's like, there's a lot of stuff coming out that looks, kind of legit. That looks kind of legit.
There's definitely a pedophilia ring. Almost definitely.
Oh yeah, I believe it to be satanic as well. I believe that they do like blood rituals and stuff like that. But anyways, he's
So have you seen the Louis C.K. bit about pedophilia?
No, I haven't.
He's like,
he said it's like it must be really good.
It must be really good. I'm not even going to try and do it. I'll completely... Yeah.
That's horrific. A good bit, but yeah. Anyway, yeah, so when he's doing the actual broadcast, he's got the documents and he can pull the videos are queued up. Like it doesn't sound as insane. You know what I mean? Like the stuff he's talking about.
Because his thoughts aren't convoluted like they are.
Yeah, and it's also like, he'll say something and then he's got like a whole team that can pull up the video to prove like what he's saying.
Yeah.
So he was talking about the wildfires in Maui, right? So what he believes based off the videos that he's seen and some of the videos that were shown on the show is that the fires were started by collapsed electrical wires, and because they didn't like trim any of the trees in that area in Maui, I think it was Lahona or something, that allowed the fire to spread a lot. And then also the response was like really weird from the authorities. They didn't start the alarm. It was just, I don't know, very bizarre. And now they're not letting any media into the area.
So what's the conspiracy? What do they think they're covering up?
So the conspiracy is, what Alex Jones thinks is that this is like a beta test of the New World Order in how to take over an area. So basically what they think, because I think it was the mayor or the governor of Maui came out and said, because everyone's scrambling to buy the land, right? Because I think it's owned by, I think the people who own the government contracts for the electricity is this company called BlackRock. If you haven't heard of BlackRock owns a huge chunk of the world. They actually own they're part owners of all the banks in Australia. And if I think they make up, there's 3 companies. It's like BlackRock, Vanguard, and then one other. The 3 of those companies, they have their owners, or at least part owners, I think, of 88% of all the companies that are on like the NASDAQ.
Yeah, isn't it something like 4 companies own every company in the world if you go up the tree far enough? Yeah.
So what Alex Jones was saying was that by allowing these natural disasters to occur, or because a lot of fires start by arson, which they don't really report on. They say, these natural disasters occur, and then they say, oh, it's climate change. And then because they've decimated the area, they come in and buy all the land. And then they're going to set up like these 15-minute cities, which I think I was talking about on a previous pod.
Yeah, you've mentioned.
These 15-minute cities, which they're basically like ghettos, because you won't be able to, there'll just be cameras everywhere, and you won't be able to like leave your little 15-minute designated area without getting fined or whatever. And then also they're going to introduce the New World Orders. They're going to introduce digital currency, get rid of cash, because one, digital currency, you can trace everything that you do, every payment you make. And then also, if all currency's digital and the government has control, they could freeze your assets and freeze your money if you're doing stuff that doesn't align with what the government wants you to do.
Right.
Which has already happened in Canada with the truckers. They were protesting against the mandates, and it happened to Nigel Farage, who's a former British MP.
I don't know if it goes as far as being like satanic and all that, but I definitely agree that like, yeah, the government wants to find a way to completely control humanity.
100%.
But would COVID not have been the perfect time to have done that?
That's what they did. So the belief is that COVID was like the tester. And Alex Jones is actually saying, dude, he said on Friday he got intel from, I think, the TSA, people in the TSA. He said on Friday that in mid-September, they're going to introduce mask mandates back into the TSA. So everyone working in the airports has to wear masks. And then in mid-October, he said they're going to try bring in mask mandates for all government officials and stuff like that. And then by December...
but why?
To lock everyone down again, because what lockdowns do is they completely destroy small business, and they put people on their knees, like financially. So then they have more dependency on the government. The more dependent on the government the whole human population is, the more the government can control you. Okay. Does that make sense? And then also for third world countries, because like we're very lucky to be in a first world Western country, but like
just tell that to everyone in Fitzroy, dude.
Yes, yeah, true. But like third world countries, they didn't get stimulus checks or anything like that. So, and they're talking about, I think it was John Kerry. He's like a high up political guy in the US. He was saying they're going to try to seize food production.
It's going to end up like Snowpiercer.
Yeah, dude, it will. Yeah, and going back to the Alex Jones thing, he said Friday morning US time, he said all this stuff. Then Friday evening, all these news promo packages came out about saying that COVID's on the rise and that we might have to bring back masks. And then there'll be a new vaccine in like mid-September or something.
I don't think people will conform to it this time though.
I pray that people don't, man. I pray that people start waking up, bro. Because even I was asleep,
Remember when you were joking about
the
government soft launching aliens?
Yeah,
I think you're right, dude.
It's true.
I've been on the Reddit.
Yeah,
I've been on Reddit, dude. They are fully soft launching aliens. Like they're every like week, it's like a new person coming out talking about Area 51, talking about like classified information from pilots and stuff like that. The only thing leaning me away from it being completely true is That's a lot of people to keep quiet. Like every pilot, every cabin crew,
Yeah.
every passenger ever.
Yeah.
That's a lot of people to like keep quiet in a conspiracy so big.
I would say I'm pretty sure that the Christian perspective is that aliens are real, but they're actually just demons.
Yeah, you said this last
Yeah.
time. Even if that's what.
I think that makes sense with that because I also agree with you too. Like it doesn't really make sense for that many people to, because a lot of these people, like who's that Bob Lazar guy? Have you heard of him?
Nah.
He was on Rogan a couple years ago talking about UFOs he saw at Area 51. And I'm pretty sure he got vilified and his career got ruined and stuff like that. So a lot of people like, if someone comes out and they say something and it negatively affects their life for coming out and saying it, I'm more inclined to believe them.
Yes.
Because you go, like, the only thing really in it for them is that they have a clean conscience and that they feel like they're doing the right thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Unless there could potentially be some other motive that I don't know about, but it makes it more believable.
You're definitely right. If they die, if they end up,
Yeah.
then like you definitely.
If you're
believe it.
saying stuff and getting persecuted for it, I'm like, it's probably true.
But then the one thing for me is like it's like people saying the NBA is rigged. For like
Yeah.
a really simple example, it's like if it is rigged, they've got to keep quiet. The refs, family of refs,
Yeah.
players, family, friends of players, like it would have come out. It's been proven.
But
Like-
I would say, like all the people you name there, they kind of have a vested interest in that the scheme or the plan keeps going.
Well, one retired referee went on a podcast and said that the referees massage the games for betting odds.
Okay.
So like if the Lions Golden State to win by 12,
Yeah.
they'll massage it so it just stays under.
Oh,
So-
okay.
Or like it's game 5 of the NBA Finals
Yeah.
and Steph Curry's got 30 points in a quarter.
Yeah.
They're like, shit. You
He wasn't supposed to get more than 35 or something.
Yeah. Or even if it's like, oh, if Gold Coast wins, there's 2 less games they're going to play in the final series.
Yeah, right.
So they'll kind of just like, oh, here's 2 fouls for Stephen Curry. He's got to sit out now.
I think they do that in boxing as well. Like when there's do you know Canelo Alvarez?
Yes.
He was fighting this guy called Triple G, Gennady Golovkin. It's like mad Kazakhstani guy, like full Mongol type, like nomad guy. He never, bro, this guy's like 41 and never got knocked down.
Oh, well.
Like he never got hit so hard that he
That's
had to take a
insane.
knee or anything. And I think he had like over 300 amateur fights or something like that.
Yeah.
Anyways, when Triple G and Canelo fought the first time, I didn't watch it, but I just from what I heard, Triple G should have won. Like it was just complete robbery, and they called it a draw. And then they ended up having 2 more fights.
Was this recently?
I think the first time they fought was maybe like 2018.
When was the most recent fight?
Only like last year.
Because there was one recently. I had a betting relapse.
Yeah.
I just wanted to place a bet,
Yeah.
and I put it on the UFC. There was a
These guys are boxers.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Put on the UFC. There was a promo, and it was like 4 legs. If 1 leg fails, you get your money back.
Okay, yeah.
You know, because the betting they're always looking out for you.
Yeah. Oh, they love you.
Yeah,
yeah,
they
they
love
want
you.
you to win.
Yeah. And yeah, I placed a bet on it, and then everything got up except this one guy to win, and
Okay.
everyone in the chat, because they have a chat for all the gambling addicts to fucking talk, was like that was so rigged. And then I was like, oh, they're saying, I looked on the news, everyone was like, this was for sure rigged.
Right, okay.
Um,
when was this? If
I
you
was,
had to
it
say.
would have been Sunday or maybe Saturday night, because I was at work. and I was,
Just the one going by?
yeah, I was just bored at work. Maybe it was
Oh.
boxing.
I don't know if there was a big...
Yeah, it was boxing because it was the undercard to the Jake Paul fight.
Oh, that was a few weeks ago.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
but yeah, lucky I lost because I just deleted the app and I'm
Yeah, right.
clean. ever since.
Clean hands.
Yeah,
Um,
lost $25, but happens.
but it's the...
Progress is not linear, so
it can be downwards. Yeah, but I think going back to it, like a lot of those schemes are just one, they're like too big to fail, and there's too many people involved that have a vested interest
Yeah.
in it surviving. You know what I mean?
And that being said, if I found out like something minuscule like that, that's not that important, like the NBA is rigged or like
Yeah.
aliens are real.
Yeah.
As long as I'm not covering up any like pedophilia rings or shit like that.
Yeah,
I'll be,
right.
Oh, what you gonna? It's either you give me $20 million, I stay quiet, or you kill me and my family. I'll stay quiet, definitely.
Yeah, right. Yeah, that's true.
Because
guess.
people put that's why they point fingers like these people in office or all the rich are like evil. It's like, dude, maybe they got there with good intentions, and then it's like you find out about this, and this, and they're like, oh yeah, you tell everyone, tell anyone,
Yeah.
we'll kill you and your family, and we'll take everything away from you.
They definitely do, but I think there's like a point of I think you know what you're getting into for a good amount of time, up to a certain point, where you have time to back out.
Yeah,
Does that make sense?
but humans are naturally greedy too. That's the thing.
Yeah, that's true, but like, if you get stuck in something because of your own greed, like that's your fault.
But look
You
at
know?
us doing comedy.
Yeah.
Nearly every account you hear of comedy is like, it's 15 years of performing to no one, and then
Yeah.
maybe you get famous.
Yeah.
Probably not.
Yeah.
And all of us doing it are like, no, I'm the one that'll get famous, so it's fine. You can still be in that. Like, no, I'm the one that'll do good, so it's fine.
That's true, but I think that's a bit different than politics, because I don't know. I feel like comedy's like, I don't know if
We're the real truth tellers, dude.
no, it is. I think it's a bit more noble than
I hate when comedians say that. I hate when comedians say that.
you know. People used to get their news from the news. Now they get their news from comics.
You know the world's gone to shit when comedians make more sense than the pod. That's a good comment. Oh my god.
That's always been the case. But yeah, I think but there's evil. I don't know. You can get corrupted by evil in any industry.
Yeah, of course.
You know what I mean? Like, but it's tough. But I feel like
I do also with comedy. It's so easy to meet people at the top that, and then you're just like, oh, this is a normal person.
yeah,
That it's not like, doesn't feel. There's definitely a hierarchy, and everyone's aware of the hierarchy.
yeah.
But you'll meet them and you'll hang out, and it's just like a.
Even then, like a lot of top comics don't even act like there's a hierarchy, because there actually really isn't.
Dude, when I was hanging out with Sam Talent, he was the man. He was buying us
There you
drinks, he was
go.
talking to us. It was never like a I'm above you type
Yeah.
thing. Even though he so clearly is in the industry,
Yeah, right.
like we're nobodies, literal nobodies, and he was hanging out with us.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Because like I guess to him it's just like comedians. These are my people.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, whether like politics, it's like, I think most of them get into it because they want power.
Of course.
You know, like Biden, they're telling him that Alex Jones was saying, and he put up a clip of Biden said, you know, if it gets to, he's talking to Kamala Harris. Kamala Harris is on stage with him, and he's like, you know, if it gets to a stage where, you know, there's like a big moral dispute between me and Kamala or whatever, I'll just get some kind of disease and resign. He full said that. On stage, he says that to her, and then he looks over to her, and she looks at him, and she's just like shaking her head like, you dummy.
Do you reckon she's pulling the strings?
I think, and what Alex Jones was saying, that he thinks Barack's pulling the strings, because there was a clip from Barack Obama too saying that pretty recently, or maybe like in the last 3-4 years, him saying, the interviewer, hey Barack, would you do a third term if you could? And he's like, oh, you know, like if there was some kind of arrangement that could happen where, you know, I was just sitting behind the scenes and the person I was telling what to do just would like say everything. So I believe that's what's happening right now.
And didn't Biden run against Obama in 2012?
I have no idea, to be honest. I don't know.
I saw on another podcast, someone raised such a good point. It's like, if they run Trump and Biden,
Yeah.
which they can't, they're both so old. Dude, Trump's starting to look like Biden-esque now as well.
He's still sharp, though.
Yeah, but dude, he looks
And he's
like,
still talking well.
he looks like he can't stand. Like,
No, he still looks good.
but they were saying if they run them, they can't let Biden debate.
Nah.
They can't.
I think he's
Because-
going to. What they're trying to get him to resign, but I think he's starting to really love the power, and I think his missus wants him to stay in as well.
He's gonna die in office, and then who gets it? Kamala gets it.
And also, he probably wants to keep it as well to, because if you're the president, it's easier to, flick off, like allegations and lawsuits and
Yeah.
legal troubles, because he's getting in all that trouble with his son, Hunter Biden.
Yeah,
You heard some of
his
the
son's
Hunter
the
Biden
best.
stuff,
Son's the best.
bro. This video footage of him smoking crack.
Yeah, it's the
This
best.
video footage
It's
of
the
it.
best.
Him smoking crack, dude.
It's the best. He's the best. His son is the best.
And they're sending dude, I think they've sent like 200 billion to Ukraine. Something like insane. 200 billion. And this poor Maui people, they've gotten 2 million. He sent 2 million.
Also, I think it's seen as like, if you only do one term, I think you're seen as like a bit of a bitch amongst the presidents.
It's like a champ in a combat sport who just gets the belt and never defends it.
Yeah, yeah, pretty much. That's what it like. Yeah, I don't know. Did you see Bryce Hall?
Dude, did you actually watch the fight?
Yeah, I watched it.
It looked, because I just saw the finish on Instagram where the guy said I can't fight anymore, and I was like, and the dude was bleeding and everything. I'm like, far out, Bryce put it on him, but the fight started. Bryce blitzed him with like a good combo, like a nice little switch hit combo. It was like a right hand left,
Yeah.
and then he smacked him with the right.
I watched the whole thing.
Dude, and it was like, I'm just saying for the listeners, like, you go, wow, this guy can box. And then after like a minute or two, you're like, oh, that was his only move.
Dude, first of all, he's bare knuckle boxing, and to win, outstanding, well done. Can't take it away.
100%.
And then the end where he's like, I am a boxer, I am a fighter. Always coming to me. That was sick. But I've never seen someone win a fight gayer.
So I got to break down the rest of the fight.
Okay.
So he drops this guy in like 30 seconds. You go, wow, Bryce, that's pretty epic. And then Bryce just dancing on the outside of the ring. And then for some reason, they clinch up, and Bryce like hits him with a takedown, slams the guy on the ground. The guy like hurts his neck. They got to take like 2 to 3 minutes off. They come back. Bryce just keeps dancing around the ring again. Then the guy like popped his shoulder out. So they go to the second round, and the guy couldn't continue.
He couldn't continue. And he was being waterboarded by his team. He had a towel on his head, and we're just chucking water on him. But, dude, Bryce won. So they call the TKO. Bryce realizes he's won.
Yeah.
And he just starts going, woo! And dancing around the ring like...
Dude, it was a good win. The guy
It was
was
a good win.
The guy was 3-0 in bare knuckle.
It was a good win.
That's hard to do. Be
But
3-0.
It made me think of, like, every combat movie,
Yeah.
like Troy, Gladiator, even, like, you can go as far as, like, Vin Diesel, Jason Statham movies.
Yeah.
They win like a fist fight. They're all stoic. They just walk off. Dude, everyone would have reacted how Bryce reacted.
100%.
They would all. You'd be like, bro. Think about like, I don't know, like your tribe going to fight another tribe.
Yeah.
Adrenaline's pumped. You're like half excited, half
Yeah.
shitting yourself.
Yeah.
You go in. You're like, bro. If you don't have to kill someone. If someone just swings at you and you defend it, you'd
Yeah.
be like, holy shit!
Wow.
Whoa. You better leave your friends like, bro. You see that?
We clashed metal.
Yeah.
Wow.
Dude, if you killed someone, you know, people like always asking soldiers, like, what's it like to take a man's life? And they're
Yeah.
like, oh, I don't want to. In that scenario of like, you're going with another tribe for their food and their women.
And like hand-to-hand combat.
Yeah, hand-to-hand combat.
Yeah.
You like pull out a knife. You do the Arya Stark drop.
Oh,
man.
dude.
You'd be
and,
like,
and imagine you're fighting a guy. Bam, you clash swords, and both your swords just fly out of each other's hands. And then boom, you're doing fisticuffs.
yeah, dude.
You're doing fisticuffs. And that, bro, Bryce Hall, he's tougher than any of those movie guys.
Yeah.
He's tougher than all of them. He's been in an actual fight.
Dude, have you seen Mark Wahlberg? Like in interviews? He's been playing like tough guy so long. He thinks he's a tough guy.
Yeah, and he also thinks he's a Christian.
Did you see? He said, he said, I wish I was on the 9/11 flights because I would have stopped it from happening.
Did he actually say that?
He said that.
God bless him, dude. You see his I just watched his Instagram. It's so funny. Every second post is promoting Christianity, which if you actually know what, it's a bit goofy. Like if you actually delve into it, and then every other second post is him promoting his tequila. So it'll be like him freaking praying to like a statue of Mary or something. So if you're a Christian, you're like, oh great, he's idol worshipping, sweet. And then he'll like walk by a church, which is like playing, I don't know, music. I'm like, did he actually walk in there? And then the next post is like, yeah, the number 1 2023 sipping tequila. It's that mezcal. You're like, what's he doing, bro?
That's so funny, dude.
He's yeah, and then he's like dapping up. He's like with his buddy. He's like, mask on Friday, church on Sunday. Like, what are you doing, bro?
Dude, you know, I think maybe it was Trump. He got pardoned for a bunch of heinous shit.
He got I think he committed some hate crimes in
yeah,
the
a lot
90s.
of hate crimes. A lot of hate crimes. A lot of bashing
Yeah.
women. A lot of beating women too.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I hope he actually comes to God, because he's there's a lot of Christians who do it like they're faking it. I reckon he believes in God, but I don't think because if you actually believe in Jesus, you believe in God, bro. Like, what are you talking about going to the mosque for? Pick a side, bro. You know what I mean? Like, what are you doing, bro? Like, it's like having 2 footy teams. Pick one, bro.
That was like any kid that follows a sport.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, my first team is Collingwood, but my second team's whoever won last year.
I don't care about your second team, bro. It's your first team. That's the main one.
Dude, you run into guys like that with soccer. You're like, bro, who do you follow in the soccer? I'm like, well, in England, Man U.
Oh.
In Spain, Madrid. In Serie A. It's like, you're not watching all these games.
You
bro.
know the guy for 2 years, you're still finding out what teams he's a fan of. You go, what's going on, bro? Like,
did you ever see that meme of that guy's Instagram account? It was like, trophies won as a fan. it was like Barcelona 2008 to 2013, Man U 2017 to 2020. It was like that, and he listed all the trophies. And then the top comment was, he was on loan at Leicester in 2016.
that's funny. I actually respect that. That's a new level of glory hunting.
And
I respect that.
Also, like in England, if you're a Tottenham fan, you're gonna get rinsed, right?
Yeah.
But like here, if someone's a Man U fan, you kind of just like, okay, so you started watching soccer in like 2005.
Yeah.
Like we have friends that are Spurs fans. It's like, oh shit, this guy's a real fan.
Yes.
This guy's really into it.
Actually cares about him. Yeah.
Like James G's a Fulham fan.
Yeah, right. Yeah,
And
respect.
So you hear that, you're like, oh bro, sick. Why do you go for Fulham? There's a story there.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just like, cuz Real Madrid. I love Madrid, bro.
Yeah, if someone tells me like, oh, I believe in Rafiki, the palm tree god, I'm like, I think you're wrong, but respect for believing something unique.
And I would like to know how you got there.
Yeah.
But when an Italian tells you they're Catholic, it's like, oh yeah, well of course.
Oh, okay, well, yeah.
Jesus is their Ronaldo.
Oh,
See,
that's funny, man. God bless Mark Wahlberg.
There's a new Saw movie coming out. There's like Saw 11 coming out.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I watched. I think it was the second or the third one. The opening scene is that guy in the. It's like the jaw.
That's 2. That's 2.
Two.
Yeah.
So if he doesn't get the thing open, it'll like crack his head open like a nut.
Oh, the reverse bear trap.
Yeah, reverse bear trap.
That's 3. Yeah, that's 3.
Yeah, I watched I don't even think I saw him. The guy pass away in it. I think it just got like 3 or 4 minutes into the sound. Like, this is just silly.
I loved
I'm not
it.
into this.
I loved it as a kid.
Yeah.
The first one's actually good because it was
Okay.
it was made by 2 kids from RMIT.
Was it really?
Yeah, it was on like the budget was like 50 grand. It was like Grant. It was like paid for by Grant.
It's Aussie.
Yeah.
Fuck, I didn't know that.
It was-
the,
yeah.
the actors in it Aussie? Or?
So James Wan went on to be a really big horror director.
Oh, wow.
And the guy who plays Adam in the first movie, he's one of the guys chained to the bathtub.
Yeah.
He was the other writer.
Right, okay.
Apparently they wrote it over the phone and they filmed it in like under a month.
Wow.
Yeah.
Respect.
Yeah, they were RMIT students, bro.
That's awesome.
That movie's good.
Yeah.
2 is like
Milking it a little
bad
bit.
sequel, classic bad sequel.
Yeah.
Also, Jigsaw dies at the end of at the end of number 2.
Yeah.
And number 3 is
He's
back.
the villain.
Number 3 is just back. And then
So it can only get better.
yeah, and then he dies again in number 3.
Again.
Yeah, he dies again in number 3.
Okay.
And then 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8.
And who's Jigsaw? I know he's like the mastermind behind killing people, but why does he kill people?
Because he thinks they don't appreciate life.
Oh, okay.
Which is why the new one couldn't work. Because in like this day and age, people don't care. People are ready to die.
Yeah.
Like he doesn't get like everyone in those movies tries to fight for their life. Not one of them's like, yeah, I'm in debt. My wife just left me. Like, just let me die. Like, yeah, sure.
I don't have a purpose.
Yeah, exactly. There's not,
True.
yeah. Dude, they should. You know what they should do? They should make the new one homophobes,
Yeah.
and they have to do gay shit, or they die.
That would. Yeah. I wouldn't watch it, but I'd probably be in it.
Hugh Robertson. 27 days ago on Twitter,
Just kill me.
you post on your Instagram story that trans women are not real women. In your game, you'll have to watch an entire sex change operation.
Oh, gee. Far out. That would be rough.
Gay or die, Hugh. Make your choice. The puppet's got like a Black Lives Matter t-shirt. And the red swirls are rainbows.
It's got like a rainbow flag cape,
Yeah.
like fluttering behind.
The tricycle's pink. I'd watch that, bro. If it was like your gay son committed suicide, you didn't accept him. If you don't have sex with this man,
There's a high
bomb's
stakes.
gonna go off.
There's a high stake, and it's like some. It's like a shotgun touting like Republican, like Texas Republican.
Oh, dude, you gotta make a right wing extremist vote liberal. The libs are running Kamala Harris. in the next election.
They gotta just say, I like Hillary Clinton. Just gotta say that. Just that phrase.
Name what. This room temperature's getting hotter by the second. In 24 minutes, it'll get so high that no human will be able to sustain it. All you have
What is this, global warming?
say one bad thing about Donald Trump, and you'll be presented a key. I'm not doing it.
Oh, that's funny, bro.
But yeah, have you like the one you would have watched 2 or 3? It was still half decent.
I honestly
sucked.
watched like 3 or 4 minutes of it and just
Yeah.
thought, I'm not into gore.
Yeah.
I don't know why I'm watching this.
By the 4th one, it's just gore porn.
Yeah,
You're just watching
just
it for
silly, right?
It gets they get progressively worse.
Yeah.
I don't know how they're getting funding for new ones. I guess of legacy they're just selling tickets.
I guess there's a market. Like
Yeah.
a lot. I don't know.
I'm gonna watch it. So
Are you actually?
yeah. I've watched all of them.
You watched all of them?
Yeah, so I watched the first one when I was 11, and my dad had to watch it with me
Yeah.
because like I was a kid.
Yeah.
And then we got to like 3 and 4, and he just tapped out, dude. He just
Fair enough.
like watch him yourself.
Yeah, it's.
He must be thinking my son's a psycho.
Why do you think you like watching them?
I don't know. I've always liked gore. I
Yeah.
watch people dying all the time. Right? Any video of someone being caught in a lathe, I've seen it.
A lathe.
Yeah,
What's a lathe?
spinning machines in factories.
Oh wow.
Yeah, they're brutal, dude.
Yeah, that's not very wholesome.
No, it's not. And I treat it like an indulgence. Like
Like you're having a glass of wine.
it's like a quarterly thing. Like,
Do you like grab your laptop and like swirl it in the air to like oxidize it?
yeah, and I'll let it ferment. Feel the heat coming off of it.
Evil.
And then, /make my coffin.
Oh wow.
Then they took it down. They're constantly taking down the pages and they're constantly popping back up.
I mean, I watch fights.
But you watch it for the technique and strategy of fighting.
Yeah, but I still like. I don't know.
Yeah, watch it. That's like
I still enjoy people getting knocked out in
That's
a
in you
combat
since you're
sports scenario.
a kid. Like you watch like people stack on a bike, and you're like, holy shit.
True, but like, no, I'd prefer to watch like a fight and someone get knocked out than like someone fall over in a funny way.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
People falling over is hilarious.
Or even like power slap. Like I watch power slap.
Power slap's insane.
Dude, power slap's so dumb. I'm kind of watching a little bit different now. Now I don't know. Now I'm Christian. I'm like, I don't know if I should be watching it, but I kind of keep watching it, and it doesn't really.
You know what's crazy to me about watching those?
What?
It's because I've seen a lot of videos of people dying. I've seen how fragile human life is.
Yeah.
And it's like, dude, someone would just be like walking, slip on ice, just slightly hit their head, and they're dead 2 days later from a brain bleed. Then you see like boxing and shit like that.
Yeah. The
like,
difference is just the ground. Like concrete is so
dangerous,
and it's so much harder compared to like a mat. You know what I mean? Which is all combat sports are on mats.
Yeah,
you know.
that's true.
But boxing there's a lot of deaths in boxing, bro. And a lot of brain injuries and stuff like that. Not so much in MMA. For whatever reason, I think because in boxing they kind of like
boxing. The whole purpose is to disturb the brainstem from the brain.
Yeah, and also like you could be almost knocked out, and then you get up, and you could survive, and then keep taking a few more punches. Then a couple rounds later, then you get knocked out. But like MMA, you kind of more once you're hurt pretty badly, normally you just take one or two more and you're done, or the ref might stop it there. But yeah, a lot of deaths in boxing.
Yeah, dude, I completely forgot about Thuganomics till I sent you that video today.
John Cena
completely forgot it.
I didn't even know about it really. I'm still not super educated on professional wrestling. I know enough to like talk about it a bit, but I don't really know a ton.
What was the very first one? You call me white. That's reverse discrimination. What I hate about you, 2 words: illegal immigration. Like crazy.
That early mid-2000s wrestling in like the late 90s, where The Rock was just like, forgive me, God, but it'd be like, you know, you're a slut.
Dude, even like this is so tame, but I remember thinking it was weird even as a kid.
Yeah,
like Shawn Michaels being like 45, just not muscular, chest hair and a ponytail, like I'm the
with like
king.
a cowboy hat.
You know I'm sexy.
Yeah.
I remember thinking like this guy's not attractive.
And like Jeff Hardy's like, I saw a meme the other day. He's like dressed like a chick from Fitzroy, dude.
Yeah, dude.
Like fishnets and like neon green hair.
Dude, I remember when Jeff Hardy turned on Matt Hardy. I was like, dude, when you're like 8, you got no concept of storytelling.
Yeah,
it's wild.
It
You're
is.
like,
yeah,
it's insane, dude.
Dude, that guy's poor body must just be wrecked.
Oh yeah, he was jumping
Jeff
off
Hardy. Oh,
like 4 tables and a ladder.
yeah,
Dude. Have you seen what Patrice O'Neill talk about when he was riding for WWF?
I think I've heard a little bit about that. I can't remember it that well,
And
but
it was the Iron Sheik was asking Vince, like, this is so disrespectful to my people. My family are very offended. They don't speak to me anymore.
he was like a Persian, and like Vince was getting him dressed up as like an Islam.
He was making him do the turkey gobble and everything. and then he was like asking like, Vince, please, can I just have a different character?
Yeah.
Anything else?
Yeah.
Apparently they're on a plane.
Yeah.
And Vince was just like, shut up, you terrorist, or something like that.
That's so funny. Oh.
And even Patrice O'Neill was like, Jesus. Like,
I think Yeah, the WWE they formed a group with the UFC. They're like one group now.
Well, yeah, isn't that how Brock Lesnar was going back and forth?
Nah, that was just like a. Well, there's sort of always been like a friendly relationship between like the UFC and WWE
Yeah.
for whatever reason, just overlapping markets, I think. No, he just happened to go over there because it was just good for business for both, I think,
Yeah,
and that's
fair.
just what he wanted to do. But I think they became one company like 9 months ago, and it was like a lot of talk at the time. But now it's
Oh, wasn't that because like Saudi Arabia was going to buy the WWE?
maybe, dude. Saudi Arabia's buying everything. They're buying every freaking player, dude. Neymar's gone over there. I saw Laporte's gone over there.
That's sad, dude.
He's like in his prime,
He's
right?
26. He's like our age.
Dude, maybe 2-3 years, it might be like Ronaldo was saying. It could be a top 5 league.
Yeah. I hope not, because then Ortus will be right. And we'll never hear the end of it.
And also, that country, I don't know. They got some. Don't they have ties to like Al Qaeda and stuff like that?
Yes, dude.
Saudi?
Yes.
Yeah.
Dude, I remember back to WWE. I remember as a kid, like, this is the best thing ever,
Yeah.
obviously.
Yeah.
And then finding out it was fake.
Yeah.
And like, WWE sucks, bro. It's not even real.
Yeah.
Who watches that shit still? Then like, I was watching it like, it's on binge, and I have binge.
Yeah.
And I was watching it. I was like, this is fucked.
Like the stuff they're doing now?
Yeah, like the live
Yeah,
ones.
okay, yeah.
I was watching like, this is insane what they're doing to their bodies.
Oh, yeah.
Like, yeah, the storylines are fake, but they're still jumping 3 feet off a fucking turnstile.
yeah, they're copping slip discs. The slip discs are real.
Yeah.
They're not fake.
It's insane, dude.
What was that match Logan Paul had with that dude where he injured himself? Logan Paul. Dude, they had that crazy moment where they're like both jump from one turnbuckle and they collide in midair at the same time. Like it looked spectacular.
Yeah.
That guy can really wrestle. That Logan Paul
Dude,
guy.
imagine the fear if you're fighting with someone who you don't get along with, and it's like at any point they could.
They're called when they break into a fight. That's called a rubber match, I think.
Oh, okay.
When they're what are they called? I think it's a rubber match. Yeah, there's a lot of cases like that, where it just turns into an actual fight.
Yeah.
I think Brock Lesnar's got a couple of those. He like elbowed a few people, stuff like that. Yeah,
I heard Chris Jericho on a podcast, like talking about the art form of wrestling, and like he brings up like John Cena. He's like, he's an amazing wrestler. Like, and the main thing was like, you always feel safe in the ring with him because he's so good at what he does. It's very interesting, dude. Like when you, because I guess as a kid you don't have the foresight to look past the fakeness of like it's still so much talent and hard work required.
Yes.
Yeah. Dude, I went when I was a kid. Me and my dad.
Oh yeah.
Is that Rod Laver? And we're walking, and we ran into Hamish and Andy,
Oh wow.
and they're like, "Hey, we got tickets to the VIP room. We can't make it. You guys want tickets?"
Far out.
Sick, right?
That's awesome.
Take the tickets. Dude, we go in. It's like all of Collingwood's there. I met like Dale Thomas and Scott Pendlebury. I met like the kids from Neighbours and stuff like that. I think I was like 8 or 9.
Yeah.
And then Mickey James signed my Triple H hoodie.
Who's that?
Just, dude, Mickey James.
Is he a
dude.
player?
Mickey
AFL
James
player?
she's a wrestler. She's a diva.
Oh, okay.
and
right.
I was in love with her, dude.
Yeah, right.
I was in love with Mickey James, bro.
Yeah.
And then she's signing my top. I'm not even saying. I'm just like, thanks, thanks.
Yeah.
And then Kofi Kingston was there
Yeah.
with the Intercontinental title belt.
Is he Aussie?
No, he was Jamaican,
Oh, okay.
and he was like talking in the Jamaican accent. I was like, this dude was so cool. It was so cool, dude.
Yeah.
There's not really any story to it. It was just the best.
Yeah,
thing
just
ever.
cool
It was
experience.
fucking awesome. Yeah. And then John Cena didn't fight, and my dad cracked it.
He was
Because he
cut.
only knew John Cena. He only knew John Cena. He had no interest in WWE.
Yeah.
And they announced like John Cena wasn't gonna fight, and then and dude, that was the night Randy Orton turned on Legacy.
Bro, I don't know this stuff, bro.
Randy Orton was in a an alliance with Cody Rhodes and Ted DiBiase.
Right.
Randy Orton's a WWE champion.
Yeah. He's a legend killer, right?
Dude, the Viper.
Yeah.
I hear voices in my head. They cancel me. They understand. Yeah, that was my ringtone in like grade 4.
I didn't know you're this much into wrestling, bro.
Bro, I was the best.
Far out.
That was my ringtone in like grade 4. The Randy Orton theme.
Yeah, you're mad into it. That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, me and John got really deep into it one day. John and Nick are like
JVK.
hardcore, bro.
Yeah.
Hardcore WWE fans from back
Yeah,
in the
right.
day.
Okay, right.
They were like reminding me of shit I didn't even remember.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's awesome.
Yeah, Randy Orton turned on his alliance. It was sick. It was so cool. And I always liked the villain.
Yeah.
By that point, I'd worked out in movies that the good guy always wins.
So you liked the heel.
So
yeah,
I
because
liked
the heel in wrestling wins quite a bit.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Because the wrestling storylines go for like 2 years.
They do, and I guess a bunch of them would like overlap and everything.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. It's very in depth. So yeah, I always liked Randy Orton because like the bad guy's winning. Like you never saw that in movies. And then he turned on Legacy, and I was like, yes.
I just had a wrestling story pop in my head. I went to I had this mate when I was like in year 4, and I think his mom or something, or his dad or something. They took it, me and him and another guy to like a local wrestling show in Canberra.
A local one.
A local one, yeah. It was
Oh
just,
my
dude. It
God.
was just in like it would look like a school gymnasium, and there was maybe like 100 people in the audience.
Yeah. It's Mickey James, dude.
Oh yeah, she's cute.
When you're 8.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I just remember having so much fun, and like wrestlers would come out and everyone's just hating him, and you could tell he was kind of liking it, and everyone's just hating him, and people start giving him the finger, and you're like 10, so you start giving him the finger
Yeah,
and
it's
everything. And then there was this dude there, and he was on crutches. And I think the big finale of the night was he like he walked out, hobbled out on the crutches into the ring, and then broke the crutches on some dude's back. And there was like shards of the wooden crutches that just went everywhere. So my mate, he picked up like one of the it was like a pretty decently long piece, maybe like the size of your forearm or something, pretty skinny. And I remember, I think my friend gave it to me. Like, it was actually real nice of him. And then we went and we got it signed by the guy who broke it.
Oh, that's awesome, bro.
And his name was Russell the Love Muscle. and I had it signed, and I showed it to my mum. I'm like, Mum, what does his name mean? And she wouldn't tell me.
In the WWE, there's this guy, JBL.
Yeah.
John Bradshaw Layfield, dude.
Yeah.
Just a southern guy, just a southerner.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And he's just loved America. He was the
that's
best.
great. I love that.
So he was always beefing with like the Iron Sheik.
Vince McMahon's hilarious.
I remember one day it was like, Monday Night Raw is brought to you live from Milwaukee. And it was like the Iron Sheik just coming going, fuck you, Milwaukee, death to America. And then he fought JBL and JBL won. The whole crowd's like, yeah, JBL.
People got American flags and everything.
Yeah, dude.
That's awesome.
There was this guy, Finley.
Finley.
Yeah, Irish or Scottish, one of the two.
Oh, Sheamus?
Sheamus was after.
Oh, okay.
Sheamus was a beast.
Yeah,
Sheamus was
yeah.
a beast.
He's still wrestling, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was like the face for a while, I think.
Oh, wow.
He was
okay.
John Cena for a while.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Nice.
He was John Cena after John Cena left.
Yeah, because I saw a video of those two working out together, like squatting together.
Oh, yeah.
Not in a gay way, like just just with a barbell, you know what I mean?
Yeah, there was this guy, Finley, and he had this counterpart, his
Yeah.
sidekick. It was a guy with dwarfism
Yeah.
named Hornswoggle. And the rumor was he lived under the ring. And every time Finley was getting fucked up in a fight,
Yeah.
he'd be like, "Oh shit, Finley's gonna lose." You know the commentators are the best.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah, they're really good.
My God!
Yeah, yeah.
Stop the damn match!
What's that guy's name? JR?
JR.
JR?
Every time Finley was
God.
getting fucked up, Hornswoggle would come from underneath the ring.
Like a troll.
Dude, he had dwarfism. He's like 3 foot. He takes so long to get into the ring. And he'd have this little shillelagh. And he'd always just, like, he'd knock out, like, the Big Show, like a 7-foot fat dude with it. Like, it was the best. And, dude, there was this guy, Santino Marella.
Yeah.
Santino Marella. He's an Italian guy.
Yeah.
He got his first fight was he, like, gets picked out of the crowd to fight some guy and wins.
Yeah.
He's fucking ridiculous.
Yeah.
And then he's in WWE. And, dude, he's just a bitch for his whole career.
Right.
His finishing move is he puts on, like, a sock puppet.
Yeah.
And he walks around and just goes like that and then goes into your neck.
That's so lame.
It's so lame. And, dude, he never gets it off.
Yeah.
He lost every fight. Every time he would put the sock puppet on,
Yeah.
he would just get fucking, like, speared or RKO'd or just thrown out of the ring. Like, his whole purpose was just to be comic relief.
Yeah.
It was so funny. Just this prideful telling you I didn't speak English.
Yeah.
He come in. His walkout music was like Ave Maria, but it was Santino Marella.
Yeah.
Oh, Santino Marella.
Santino
Yeah. And dude, there's one
That's so bad.
There was one Royal Rumble where like the first 10 people are the 10 best wrestlers in the WWE.
Yeah.
And they're all like sluggish, they're all fucked, they're all crying on the floor like
By the end of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Santino runs in. He's number 11. He runs in,
Yeah.
dives into the ring,
Yeah.
immediately starts showboating. And like the Great Khali and the Big Show, who are fighting with each other,
Yeah.
just stop fighting, look at Santino, look at each other, and just steam at him and just throw him out of the fucking ring. And they're both like over 7'2". And he's like a 5'9" Italian dude.
Just launching him
Yeah, dude. It's
like
the
a
best.
catapult.
It's so funny. As a kid, you don't realize how funny it is looking back.
Yeah, wrestling is like objectively hilarious.
Yeah. Vince McMahon might be the funniest guy ever.
Oh, for sure.
The Divas would do soap and pillow matches.
Soap and pillow.
Yeah.
Oh. Oh. Or the have you seen the clip of the Rock playing the guitar? Serenading that woman?
No.
It's some woman. She's like not the best looker. And he starts serenading her. And he's like how does it? Oh, he's like singing nice, you know. You stand there with your short black hair, and she's like flicking her hand. She's like, and I just want to tell you that you look terrible, biatch. And everyone's just like laughing at her, and the song just keeps going. It's like 3 minutes of this poor woman just getting humiliated.
It's so dumb, dude. It's so good. There's one where like some guys like accusing Vince McMahon of being an animal abuser. He's like, you hate dogs. I love dogs. You hate cats. I love cats. You hate cocks. I love cocks. Everyone starts laughing. What was that John Cena Thuganomics one that I sent you today? It was
Oh, dude, I can't remember.
I'm Anakin Skywalker. I'm using my lightsaber to fight. The only thing you're using it for is a backdoor delight. Or when he does Down syndrome voice.
Does he actually?
Yeah, in that video.
Dude, and he probably like did like a
rehearsal.
No, and then the next weekend he's probably doing a Make-A-Wish for some kid with Down syndrome. That's probably why he got the voice down so well. He's got so much field research. All right, should we end it there?
Yeah. Actually, before a little teaser for next week.
Yeah.
This week I'm gonna watch a new Netflix series called Down for Love. It's exactly why you're laughing. That's what it is. So we'll unpack it next week.
Okay.
We'll wrap it up. Okay.
Thanks, guys.
Bye, guys.